Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Seas of Time, session 2.9. See how I did that? We are coming back with another spectacular episode with our adventurers finally making it to the pits, a fortress that has shielded itself off from the ruins of Snake's Vice, a district of the city La Cachelle that has seen better days. It has been devastated by the war that had transpired several years ago. And from what our party has seen just last session, that there is a growing zombie epidemic in Snake's Vice that has been a little bit unattended to. And now our party is on an objective to get their mission done before this zombie epidemic gets a little too much for them to handle. And now they have made it into the pits and have confronted the assassin lord, Paraka, who seems to have taken a notice to our monk friend, Maris. And now we will jump into it. One second. Dun, 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 dun. Also, before we start, KOTOR remake, hell yes. That's a great looking game. Can't wait for it.
Sponsorship. Non-sponsorship.
Hey, Disney, Star Wars, you want to sponsor us? I'll turn this game to Star Wars immediately, okay? Star Wars of time, okay? We're doing it. I'll do it. I'll sell out.
Maris uses a double-ended lightsaber, obviously. He's
I mean, we got Sebastian already shooting laser bolts at people. Like that's
Han Solo.
Hey, Sebastian shot first.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Miso
I love trying to get a Disney sponsor. By immediately dropping it.
It's the music. It was the music the whole time. All right. So, you have entered the throne room. You can see behind this red-headed, dagger-wielding assassin lord, this beautiful, flowery bouquet that just glows with a bluish glow as it just kind of bounces off her throne. You could see that there are two lights lit that have green flames to them that are kind of counterbalancing the bluish glow of this flower bouquet. And of course, from last time, you noticed that there are two giant snake guards that have flanked your left and right, wielding incredibly large scimitars at their sides. You also see the bandits that you had encountered in Snake's Vice at the industrial plant you had purged not too long ago, all wearing discarded, pieced together armors of the warriors that fought in the war here in Snake's Vice those many years ago. The Tethian, Coral, the Republic wooden structured pieces, leather, and Federation gas mask, all of that good stuff. And as you look at the one that sits on the throne, the Assassin Lord herself, you can see another figure steps out to her right, and another figure steps out to her left. And this one doesn't look too different. Looks like a regular humanoid woman. She's got like long brown hair, wearing silk red garments, a little buckle. But her eyes look familiar. If you had looked at your snaky friend, Sebastian, often, you would notice a similar pattern in eyes. But the next figure that steps next to her is a literal snake person with legs and arms and all, and has the head of a snake. And stands about a little shorter than the woman, but their eyes are very much seeing everything about you, calculating, observing. And this one moves up to Paraka, the assassin lord, and whispers something in her ear. And she looks over and sees Maris and the rest of the group and says, Maris, it's been quite a while. Tell me, where have you been?
Maris is like kind of like in a state of non-belief and like takes one step up the stairs and like looks around, realizes he probably shouldn't go any further. Paraka, where have you been? I haven't seen you in years. I thought you might have died. What are you doing here?
She stands up in her throne a little bit and says, Where have I been? I've been here, Maris, surviving in Snake's Vice. It was once your home, if I recall. And you left it to pursue your master's teachings.
At one point he was our master, and I hope you haven't forgot that, but yes, I've been traveling. You're the leader of the assassins.
I'm one of them. There's a whole council of assassin lords. They have their own contingencies and men that look under them.
These are my companions, and I'll point behind me. We came to clean up some mess that was left by the Federation, as you saw earlier, I'm sure. What? I'm sorry, it's been so long.
She looks at you for a moment, then says, I forgive you, Neris, for leaving me those years ago. I had to. And I will repay what we had lost those many years ago to the people that deserve it. The Federation. You can guarantee that.
So you intend to go to war with them?
Almost definitely. Now with my new friends, as she looks to her left and right. And the snake humanoid looks over past Maris. And Sebastian, you can hear a whisper in your skull that says, Another one of us? Tell me, Yonti, brother, what brings you here? Serve Sealok's wishes, you hear her call.
Do what?
Don't lie. I can sense your wanting. You can say he's not talking out loud. He is in your head whispering this.
Oh, I know. I say what I said because I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
He's basically just inquiring why another one of their snake brethren is hanging around in a peculiar group. And he's implying that you may have came here to serve Sealok, the goddess of whispers.
Only thing I'm here to do is I'm looking for a mutual acquaintance named Sestra.
Another one of the assassin lords.
I don't know. I just was given a name. I wasn't given a title.
I could lead you to them. If I know your intentions are for her wishes. Sealok's.
I mean, they might. I don't know her as much as you were obviously aware of.
In due time, brother. But now, And Paraka moves down this. Mm-hmm.
I didn't mean to cut you. Do I recognize that name at all?
Sealock?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's like
Okay.
You can roll a religion check. Get a little bit more detailed.
I'm so good with religion. A 14.
Sealock is the goddess of whispers. She is a one of the evil gods that fought the divine many years ago, and is usually accounted for the creation of liches, the undead, and other necromancy kind of stuff.
Okay, so I'm still gonna go with what Sebastian already thought is this guy or whoever is a fucking crazy person, but he's gonna go along with until otherwise he needs to distance himself from weird whisper snaky person.
Okay. Paraka moves past Maris and sees the rest of the group and says, "Welcome to the pits. I am Paraka, Assassin Lord." Maris.
As she walks by, like Maris looks at her longingly, like a yeah, Toby, fix those eyes. Yeah, he looks at her.
Fixated on.
She definitely is a exceptionally beautiful woman. Just long, flowing red hair, sharp features. She's got a few scars from some close quarters combat, but she's also decked out in some wonderful gears, like just enchanted daggers, some blades in her boots, all that sort of stuff. Really fine leather armor. Like,
yeah, like he looks at her like longingly with like a hint of regret and pain on his face that if you look closely you can see, even though he's wearing a mask, half his face is covered.
She gives you a glance and then looks off and says, "You are friends of Maris, is that correct?"
Oh, of course, yeah. And looks at the rest of the group like.
Yeah, more like.
What did you say, Dante?
More like business partners.
Oh, is that right? And what part of the business does that entail? What do you work for?
For a second there, I look right at his blood sacrifice spot or whatever the hell. Freelancers.
We're adventurers.
Narug steps up. I firmly believe that we are good people and we're here to help in any way, shape, or form. Maris is a good man. And she looks at Anara and says, "A Tethian? And it looks like you have the posturing of a knight." Looks back at Maris and says, "I thought you gave up serving Tethys those years ago."
I don't serve anyone but the people of this world, and restoring the balance, you know that. You know me very well. I serve Cain.
She moves back one. "I thought I knew you."
Ooh, he looks hurt. He looks hurt. yeah, gunshot to the throat. It's just a little hurt.
She looks back at the band and she says, "I have informants that tell me you were speaking with Federation quite some time. What do you have to say about that, Maris?"
I mean, you're not one that shies away from this game. You know that you must say and do things to get answers that you need. And I'm not afraid to do so myself, but I hold no real Elise, stop it! No, don't stop. It's I love it. I'm just giving you crap. You know that.
What you do a persuasion roll?
Oh my god, why do you talk? Oh my god.
Kimmy, convey my feelings for me.
Kimmy's just over here like, ooh. Oh my god.
Gosh.
She crosses her arms and says, Maris, I don't believe you. You served that Abbot Lux. That man was a corruptive pustule upon this earth. And if I had the chance, I'd kill him for what he did. He sent monks like you into that war to die for a cause that was pointless. And look at Snake's Vice. Look what your abbot did. Along with the Federation and Tethys. And she looks at Anaru.
You really think that I would side with someone who would bring so much death and destruction? You truly don't know me. And there's nothing I can do to persuade you, but with my actions, I do not follow him. I need his information. He has information that is valuable.
So you're saying you're not with the Abbot Lux. That you have disavowed him.
I never took a vow to him.
He was your master, Maris. He taught you everything you knew for years.
And there's some things I've learned recently that have made me second guess some things. I don't know. There's so much that I'm learning constantly, and all I know is that I follow Kane and Kane's teaching and what it means to be an honorable person and care about the world and what we live in. And he starts to fumble around and to pull out the tome of Kane. This is what I follow. This is my mantra. This is my law.
That same tome was used to justify the war, the Charmers' War. Your same abbot used that same tome to persuade monks to go fight in that pointless war. But don't you worry. I will do what's necessary to enact vengeance for those brothers that were lost. I'll make sure that the Abbot, the Federation, and Tethys all get what's coming to them. And she looks at the rest of the group, trying to gauge their reactions to that.
Miyoko's drinking. Just pulls out a flask and she's been drinking for a bit.
What is... I feel like Kimmy is just kind of more confused than anything. Like, she doesn't really understand the conflicts between, what they're talking about. Also, she's looking at the building is this the building that one temple wants? Is this it?
Onaru calls out and says, "We are not part of them anymore." I speak for the rest of the group that says that the Federation is not our friends. Sure, we have served them, but only because we had to.
Kimmy perks up when Naru talks. And she goes, oh yeah, they want to hurt, the people dearest to me, and we're not a part of that. And she, looks back at Lilpa. Cool, thanks.
Yeah, Miyoko also looks back at Lil.
Sorry, I'm trying to. I was eating. It was very delicious. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This Wingstop, garlic parmesan wings, some
Oh,
seasoned
hell
fries.
yeah.
They
Hell
forgot
yeah.
the drinks though.
Burn them to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did you get
Roll-
that?
All of us just eating wings, like.
Yeah.
Is that
Just
a
look-
zombie arm?
Ugh, stop.
Or it's like, one eye's been on Kimmy, the other eye has been on this absolute fucking tower right here next to me. just like, okay. But she's just like more just like, one, Maris has not. Did Maris ever reveal to the party that he used to live here?
No,
'Cause that got a side
Don't
eye.
think so. No.
no.
That
No.
that definitely got a side eye. She's just like, we're all the way out here in the pits. We and you never thought to mention, you lived here before. So when Kimmy looks back, I guess getting to the point is like when Kimmy looks back, Wilpa just like one eye narrows in on Kimmy and she gives like a little nod, but then like the eye like goes over to Maris and like back to her and just goes like stuff things. I don't know. She's not saying anything. Stuff. She's not really saying anything.
Okay.
After Inaru and Kimmy spoke up, did Paraka change like her physical stance at all, or is she still like giving the same kind of body language?
Yeah, she seems
Of course.
unconvinced by what Anaru and Kimmy said.
Is she, we're all staying where we are, right?
Yeah.
If I'm that far from her and she still seems like miffed, I want to like it. Can you do thieves' cans like sign language?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
If I can get her attention, I want to like thieves can't sign parlay.
She looks at you and says, and sees you do it and says, "Oh, it seems that we have a member of the coven amongst us."
Your men there said we could talk. I don't want to get too off of what they promised us. I can understand you two have a lot to discuss.
We indeed do. Though I'd feel it is all for naught, for nothing, if Maris continues to follow blindly in the footsteps of his master. You all don't know the Abbot Lux, but let me disclose something about him. The man is full of lies and deceptions and evils within him. And if you're ever to meet him, don't let him speak to you. Stab first, and then stab again until he's dead. Because he speaks sweet lies. But he is a terrible creature. But from what my whisperer, and she looks over to the snake person over there, not only can you speak the language of the coven, but you are also one of them. They call you an exile, though, and that you were taken from their homeland, that you are not a native? Where did you grow up at?
I didn't know that they were keeping that close of an eye on me.
They can see it on you.
And she was asking where I grew up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll tell you, but I'm just curious, like what that has to do with I don't know, a lot of things.
Well, you're not one of the refugees in Snake's Vice, and you're not a native because you do not have the Sealock's Whisper within your skull. So clearly, you're not a noble, you're not a peasant of their hierarchy. You're something else entirely. Regardless. She walks past.
Maybe I think it might I might feel more comfortable if we all sit down somewhere more comfortable rather than standing here like we're all going to start stabbing each other.
Well, I think that can be arranged. And she looks over at one of the bandits. Go. Fetches a room. Make sure it is quite comfortable for our guest, yeah. And they run off.
Kimmy kind of like whispers to Miyoko, like, "Oh, we're guests now."
Baraka.
Oh god. Sorry, game fucked up on me. What? But yeah, Baraka answers you. And she sits on her throne, and then she just kind of like strokes her chin and looks back at you. What is it, Maris?
I know this may be asking for much, but later, are we able to have a more personal conversation, just the two of us? I'll leave my weapons behind if that's what it takes.
I'm not scared of you, Maris. I know you would never hurt me.
Damn.
Just like, are you gonna cut your hands off, buddy? Because those are your weapons, dummy. Jesus Christ, sorry. The monk, I'll leave my weapons behind. I'm sorry. That really got me.
The man is hurt. He's hurting.
Leave your fist on the table, please.
Walk in, they pat you down. They're like, "What about those?" And you're like, "What are you talking about? What about those?"
What are you talking about? I don't got no weapons. Literally just in a straitjacket when you come in. Like, okay, now I'm safe. So the game's still running for me, but let's just do this thing where we just imagine in our minds that Paraka leads you down this hallway into another grandiose room. It opens up into a big hall. Lots of other bandits all just kind of converging on different parts of the tables, just drinking, having a great time, throwing daggers at the walls, just all sorts of tomfoolery. And as Paraka comes in with the group in tow, it goes a little quiet as they all see that one of the assassin lords has made their presence. And they go, Paraka goes towards the middle table in the room, very long table, and sits at the very far end, and has her two the woman that was sitting next to her or standing next to her on the throne sit next to her, and the Whisperer stands right next to her. And she looks at the rest of the bayonets that filled up this grand hall and calls out and says, "Leave us!" And they all start to disperse. Some of them opening up little hatches, little trapdoors, some of them climbing up ladders, some pulling on ropes.
Like rats disappearing out of a room.
Exactly.
Maris takes a seat like directly across from Paraka.
Okay. And everybody else sits down, and following behind y'all, you can see the giant snake men, the huge swords coming, and they just kind of encircle the spot you were all sitting at, and they watch intently. Paraka gets out a dagger and just starts kind of doing the thing where she's like stabbing between her fingers, and she looks up at Maris and says, "So, let's talk. What is it that you come here to discuss?"
We want to discuss quite a bit, but I'll let the others speak on that. I just have one question for you before we really get into it. Do you plan on killing Abbot Lux and the rest of the monastery?
In time, I know he's sitting in that little monastery of his on that island far away. Hinode, Silverloss, that little chain of islands. It's a little bit far from La Cachelle, and I don't have the boats yet to reach him. But I will soon. Once I take the city. What'd you say?
I just whisper whoever's next to me, like the whole city. She's like the whole damn thing up there. That's a lot.
Maris is to focus on Paraka to really remember why we're here, because Jermaine also has been.
You're here to kill an assassin lord.
We're here for a lot of things, and none of this is on the docket. I'll tell you that. Rekindling love was not a part of the plan.
yeah. For anybody in the room,
that's why I was just like, I don't like we're in the throne room and someone's about to get stabbed. Like, can we please sit down and eat before someone?
Can we short rest, please?
Can we just sit, please?
I have a question.
She looks over down the table. Yes, Sea Elf.
Name is Kimmy, by the way. Nice to meet you. Yes, my question. I was just curious. What is your relation with the temple of this place?
The Temple of Laka.
Laka, yeah, that one.
I am gonna help them free themselves of their oppressors. It's a mutual benefit.
Oppressors?
The Federation oppresses the temple. They have to abide by their tax laws, their occupation.
Do they know that you're doing that? Uh-oh.
No.
Who stinkied? Oh. Do they know that you're doing that?
She takes a little moment. I mean, they don't know of my methods, but they do support my insurgencies. I am also in league with the shell shockers that comprise of the Temple of Laka. they all support my claim to be. I see it as a better alternative than Federation occupation.
So you would consider yourself an ally of the temple?
You could say that.
Okay. Well, then that makes perfect sense because we're here to take back a building of theirs.
Yes, I saw that you did that. My agents reported to me. And we will give them the ability to use that building.
We
Well,
were also
then-
told that we would be compensated.
Do a persuasion check.
No, it's one of the bandits in here that like let us in here.
I don't know. He's off doing good.
Damn it! I wanted to like just stare at him and be like, that guy over there. He's the one that told me.
He's scrubbing the latrine right now.
God damn it! What do you see? Persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Oh, 2 sevens.
Yeah,
my
7.
God.
Can I add them? Can I double down, Michael?
Like double down, all or nothing. Hey, wait! I forgot to announce this. It's somebody's birthday tomorrow. Which means you get birthday inspo. Success on anything.
You gonna use it?
He's like, well, I was gonna do it for them.
I don't know. Like this whole thing, like we are sitting on a goddamn powder keg, and like, Toby, are you talking to us? Okay, I'm sorry.
Zach, I would just like
Happy
to put this out
birthday!
there.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Zach.
Thank you.
Zach, I would just like to put this out there that I used my birthday inspo on power word death, so might not want to use it on a conversation.
I know. That's what I'm like.
I mean,
I'm
they said,
not gonna use it now.
I mean,
I'm-
they
I'm
also
gonna
say
wait.
you don't get murdered by words, so I don't know. Yeah, you never know.
We ain't about to get murdered by words. We're gonna be murdered because you down bad.
You down bad. All right. So Paraka shakes her head and says, I can still compensate you for clearing that out, but it would imply that there was something needed to be clearing, and there was. So
How actually let me ask you this. How important is that building to your goal?
well, it's more important to the Temple of Laka. See, they have this cause that they believe in, that they will use that industrial building to cleanse out the corruption that is seeking into Snake's Vice. But
The zombies?
yes, the zombies. But what they don't know is that fertile land is actually a tool that I intend to use.
For what?
I'm sure you saw what's around my tower.
The mushrooms?
And the hordes of zombies.
Yeah?
And she looks over to the snake woman, and she the one that's humanoid like Sebastian, and she looks over at the party and says, "The mushrooms and the zombies are of Seluk's blessings, and rituals have been started so that we may summon a entity powerful enough to control these zombies."
Maris stiffens up just slightly.
Well, that's not right. I mean, that's not what the temple would want. I mean, have you even talked to them about this?
Not before I met my new allies.
Well, this is wrong. Like, the temple would not go for this.
They are a little bit misled in their beliefs. They believe that the greater good relies on good faith actions, such as doing the right thing all the time. But what I've learned in my years of survival is that you have to do what is necessary in order to usher in a victory, especially against ones as cruel as the Federation.
Maris has their hand raised.
You can't be serious. You talk about doing the right thing, and you talk about taking victory, but these are trapped souls, Paraka. You talk about cruelty. These beings need to be set free and released. They're trapped here beyond belief. They are our people. They are my people, and they've been altered and changed, and you want to use them for your war. You're just as bad as what you claim Abbott Lux being.
Abbott Lux perpetuated the war. I will be the one to end it. I
At
will
what
free
cost?
these souls.
After you use them, you should free them now. They shouldn't be used for your moral grain and this stupid, fruitless war.
There are other ways to win wars, and you don't have to do it this way.
And what is this other way of war?
Well, I mean, I haven't really been in war, but but I'm sure there's other ways. Like, there should be other resources, other allies out there. You don't always have to do everything yourself, you know. And honestly, this is not right. It's like Maris said, like, these people don't deserve to be used, and you wouldn't want to be used either. Just like the Federation does, uses people for their own gain.
Baraka looks at Kimmy for a little bit, narrows her eyes, and says, "You are too young, as you said, to understand the hardships that come along with war and what it has done. And we must continue conflict in order to resolve it. And that's what I intend to do. My new allies have great power with them. And I intend to use it to free the people. If you want to wait and see what the Federation will do, then all you need to do is look outside of my citadel. See the corrupted lands. This is what they caused. I'm merely using a byproduct of their disastrous failings to repay them in kind. You can believe in the Republic's champion of ideals, but what I have learned is that these kingdoms, they speak of ideals and truths and what is right, but they're all corrupt.
I don't understand what happened. You used to fight for the people that were taking advantage of them. You're willing to take advantage of poor innocent souls that have already been tormented. I understand that I should have been there for you, and I shouldn't have left. But please do not use these people to get back at Abbott Lux. Please.
It's not just him. It's for all those lives lost when we stormed this city years ago. I won't forgive them easily. I won't forgive them at all, actually. This whole city will burn before I am convinced otherwise.
I don't want you to get hurt. And then so Maris is gonna do something. I kind of wish Kevin was here for it, but I'm gonna do it anyways. He like hesitates for a second, and then he takes off the mask, and you just see like burnt marks, you see like just desolated skin, just very destroyed areas around his eyes. Kraka, war only causes pain. You and I know that both. Do not do this. Let me help.
Paraka kind of shifty eyes, just kind of looks down and looks back at you, tries to stare you in the eyes, just can't do it. And she looks at the woman that's sitting next to her, and the woman just shakes her head and looks at Maris and says, "I seen through your lies, monk. You corrupt our lord with your Federation-fed whispers. She will not." Miyoko, what's up? Give it a moment.
I was just wondering if finish,
Damn it.
like
You're
for me at
Zanny.
least.
Say
You're
it again.
Zanny, yeah.
Oh, I was just wondering if it's been enough time to be a short rest yet. Hello.
I would say yes.
Lit.
All suspect, baby. Let's go.
All right, time to fight. No.
I don't speak lies. I don't know you well enough to slander your name, but don't slander I put my mask back on. Obviously, after like Paraka not being able to make eye contact with Maris, he looks kind of ashamed. I don't spread lies. I'm not with the Federation. You're doing the wrong thing. I understand your cause and what you wish to accomplish, but there has to be a better way.
Well, I don't see any other way. And I now have the power to change the city's fate. I think we're done here. She stands up. And she hears dice. She goes, "Maris, there's still time for you to be redeemed. To see things through my lens for once, not through your God's will. Perhaps you should destroy those tomes and accept the anarchistic ideals that you truly have always had. Order is just control. And there will be none of it once I'm done."
There needs to be balance, Paraka. I don't want to lose you again, and I don't want you to get hurt. But I can't. What you're asking for goes against everything I believe in.
Well, what are you going to do about it? You can see her kind of tensing up.
I know better than to fight you.
And what about your
Oh.
friends?
They are in the same mindset. They would never do something to someone I care about. I like
Already guns out and everything.
I got
yeah, what
the
he
loot
said.
ready.
in Maris's I mean, please just take some time to think about it. Let us rest here tonight. I promise we mean you no harm.
I know you don't. I know you care, and you mean well. You're just misguided. And I hope that you will take this night to think about what I said today. And the rest of you. I could use more soldiers in the times to come when we take La Cachelle. And she just kind of looks at your silent disagreements, and she just shakes her head. There's rooms down the halls. You can take them. Rest up. They're not the best, but it's the pits. And the rest of the party, Paraka and the rest of the group leave the area, leaving you to your table to think about what has transpired.
What are we gonna do?
We should get the fuck out of here.
We can't go back to the temple empty-handed.
Lilliput, what's up?
Lilpo would like. Are we sitting at a table right now?
Mm-hmm.
Lilpo would like to crawl on top of the table and like stomp over to Maris, and like grab him by his collar. Do you contest this at all, Maris?
I think Kimmy is going to be like, Liliput!
Maris doesn't stop you.
Eyes are going to narrow in on him and like and push him back. That you should have told us that you used to live here and that you knew them here. Why did you not?
Because when I lived here, it wasn't the pits. It was a very vibrant city, and I didn't think it mattered.
It's a poor excuse. And she just like turns around and stomps back and kicks over a bowl of salad. Gets back in her seat next to Kimmy, just arms crossed, like.
Liliput does have.
We should.
Go ahead, Dante.
Oh, I was just going to say we should probably this whole island is done for, and we should probably go.
We're not leaving. We have so much that we need to do, and we can't go back to the temple empty-handed, like I said. We need to figure this out.
We should probably skip the temple and go back to the boat, is what I'm saying.
No, we have to go to the tournament. What about my father?
The tournament is about to be overrun with zombies, according to her.
Which is even more reason why we can't leave.
Well, let me tell you the steps in this plan. Step 1, let the zombies out, and the zombies kill everyone on the island. Step 2, the Federation goes, hey, there's zombies all over that island, and they bring a bunch of boats, and they blow the island off the map.
We have to warn people. We have to get people out of here. We have to evacuate.
Kimmy, not Kimmy. I'm not Kimmy. I'm Liliput.
Kimmy hungry.
Kimmy hungry a little. Actually, I'm not. I got some delicious hot wings right here. Some fries. It's really
Not
good.
sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored. Wingstop, you forgot my drinks, so don't sponsor us. Anyways, they're just like, we'll just give you a discount. It's just like, I hardly order from you. When will I use this? Never. Sorry. Liliput's gonna like grab Kimmy's like shirt and like tug on it. Get her attention.
Kimmy looks back like yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, she doesn't say anything,
No.
audibly, but she's just like, what?
Oh no, the gate. Oh no! Ah, I've been
Ah.
killed.
Murder.
Assassinated.
And then we all die.
Damn.
Oh, there it goes.
This feels like a forced 15-minute break.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yay.
Except, just
everyone.
kidding. I can get back in.
Oh yeah.
That makes one of us. Wait, no, we're good. think-
Kimmy looks at Lillipa, like, to see what she has to say.
Sorry, hold on. I'm like not in the let me get back in the zone. Auto zone.
Let me go punch Maris a couple times, get back in the mental headspace.
Really though. You thought your face was fucked up. Now I'll fuck up the bottom half. How about that?
That's my moneymaker.
Just Kimmy, for once I think I understand the bird's frustrations. There's just a lot going on, and for once I just wish that you and I could just go back to Zeratin's Gate. It's just more than, and like she like looks over at Inaru, like, even though he's not here, sorry Inaru. It is much more than just these, oh Jesus Christ, the music.
You pump back up to 1,000.
Really, I'm like trying to talk, and it's just like I'm like but oh, there goes the map again.
Sorry,
No!
can you get back into it? Sorry.
There's more than just these undead and the tournament. There's so much more that you and I don't even fathom, and it is frustrating.
Kimmy looks at you, confused as to you. Like, what she's hearing from you is that you want to run away to Zeratin's Gate, and like that doesn't seem like something Lillipa would want. Like she can't fathom what you're saying to her right now, basically. And she goes, "I'm sorry, but I can't go back to Zeratin's Gate and just let the world crumble. Like, there's nothing in Zeratin's Gate to go back to for me. My dad is here, and things are happening. And I'm not going back. Not yet."
I understand, Kimmy. It just she looks at Inaru again and back at Kimmy. She's like, he, and then points to Inaru. Sorry, Inaru, you're not here.
What is it?
He has told me something that I think you should all hear.
Wait. Lillipa.
I'm sorry, dollar store Inaru, but I must I must do this.
Should we have this conversation where there are so many ears?
Or somebody in the room.
I believe that we should go to our rooms. Even then, it's not safe to talk about these things, and this place is very unsafe.
Look, regardless of all your secrets, and she looks at everyone, like, there's something bigger happening here, and we have to do something.
You have a bigger gun. Just admit it.
Yeah, you with your gun.
Pull my leg out. What are you talking about?
You got like 4 guns, man. Okay. So, will the secret be revealed? Find out tomorrow. I'm just kidding.
Oh. I was like,
Tomorrow.
okay.
I'm missing. Special episode in Cyberpunk Caesar time.
Wait, what's
Season
happening right now?
Cyberpunk. Basically, Kimmy said, like, there's something bigger happening here, and, like...
I know, but are we actually stopping, or?
No. I was
No,
kidding.
he was
Okay.
joking.
Too real.
I was about to go like, oh well, okay, and then you're just like,
Breaks the immersion.
I'm just a great actor.
Well, from what I have learned, nowhere that we go is safe. There is always eyes and ears on everything we do. We have been watched for a very long time. He told me so. Points to Onaru again.
By who?
From what I understand, it is some council that also wishes for the ruin of the city. And they had some plan to destroy the tournament.
Kami gets up from her seat and kind of like pushes the chair back, like with some force. She goes, I'm gonna go to one of the rooms, and I, Kimmy, Sea Singer, am going to come up with a plan to save this place. And if anybody wants to follow me and do that, then you know where to find me. And she's gonna start walking towards the room.
I'm gonna start pushing on Lillipa.
I will wait until she is done screaming into a pillow, and then I will go in there.
I'm sorry that I didn't disclose that this is where I'm from. I truly didn't think that it would matter. This is not the city I remember. And Maris is looking directly at Lillipa, because he realizes like Lillipa's trust is hard to earn. So,
Mars,
so-
I don't care where you're from. I care that you were boning an assassin lord who has made an army of zombies out of poor people.
wasn't
Well
You're-
put.
You have bad taste in women, man.
You know what? I think you know what? I think I will go follow Kimmy now.
There you go. Oh, here, she loves this, and I'm just gonna hand you a bottle of wine. It's her
Just,
new
like,
thing.
throws it back against the wall. No.
Well, I tried.
I'll just stomp out after Kimmy.
All right, as Lillipa is marching off to go find Kimmy, what about the rest of y'all? You guys gonna do anything before the next scene?
I'm still hungry. I'm gonna eat.
Okay. How about
Yeah,
you,
I take-
Sebastian?
I grab a thing of wine and just like pop the cork and just start chugging.
Everybody, like, I'm assuming like we're like whisper yelling.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to sneak off and go find Mr. Mrs. Talk in your head snake person.
Okay. So, before we get to that, Kimmy, you go into one of the rooms that were reserved, and as you just kind of dive into the bed, just think about everything, and your head's in the pillow. You feel like a breeze that kind of goes over your head, and you hear chirping noises. You don't hear thuds, but and you peek out from the periphery of your eye, and you see like a blue sky above, and like green grass, and it gives you a reminiscence of Zeratin's Gate, almost.
Is it outside the window or in the room?
No, you're like in, like the room you just jumped into now looks completely different. There's like green grass and blue skies. You feel like you've just been transported to another plane, almost.
She gets off the bed and she looks around. Is there anybody around where she is?
So as you look around, you see like a tree, and you hear a whistling, and you hear some drums, boop, 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 boop. And then you hear like a flute being played. And 1 second. Oh, no, that's not how you do it, Michael. And as you just kind of see, as the tree somebody comes from out of the tree, and is a literal giant that seems to be wearing like a gardener's hat, some goggles, little gardener's apron, some gloves, some boots. A tall giant who is flanked by another form who's wearing this kind of lab coat and kind of burnt whiskers and ashy face, wearing gloves too, and a little tabaxi that looks very skittish. And the tabaxi looks up at the giant, says, Horns, Hackberry, you shouldn't really be using your magic like this. It's very dangerous. What if they see us? And Hackberry just looks down and just pats him with a giant hand. Do not worry, Hornsby. Kimmy likes this. Isn't that right, Kimmy?
Are you guys real?
He pokes the cat, the tabaxi. Gets squished. He's real.
Wait, so this isn't a dream?
Hornsby just unruffles his hair, his fur, and looks back at the giant. This is all his idea. Yeah, he's using that spell, hallucinatory terrain. He certainly loves it.
What are you guys doing here? I mean, what am I doing here?
Well, you're still in the same place, Kimmy. It's just he changed the terrain to a little bit more calmer, a little bit more reserved than that dangerous pit of assassins and thugs and bandits. And then, as those two are talking about the magic, you see the door, the literal sky, open up as Lilliput walks into the same, literally just opens the door out. And they look over and they're like, "Oh, it's Lilliput. We haven't seen her in quite some time."
Does Lilliput also see all this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very real.
Just comes in, stops, just shuts the door behind her, and waddles over to Kimmy. Just goes, "Oh, I was kidding when I said we should go back to Zeratin's Gate, so I am confused."
They're here to help, right? You got my message.
Hornsby kind of plucks his whiskers and says, "Yes, of course, Kimmy. Well, we wouldn't ignore your sending message like that. We were in a bit of a pickle ourselves. We were dealing with a situation in Zeratin's Gate, but we flung ourselves across the seas to make sure you're okay."
I'm so glad you guys are here. And she runs up to Hackberry and gives him a big hug.
Mm-hmm. Picks you up, a little squeeze, and big toothy grin. He gives a big smile. He says, "It's so good to see you, Kimmy, and you too, Lilliput." And he gives you a giant hand pat.
It just kind of or her eyes just bulge out ugh.
Like a stress reliever toy.
Oh my god.
He picks you up with his thumb and index and brings you to level with Kimmy as he's squishing Kimmy. "I missed you too quite a bit, but you seemed you are quite in trouble."
It seems so. How are you doing this? And she's just kind of wiggling,
It's magic, obviously.
Hornsby yells out from the ground level, It's a very high level bardic spell termed hallucinatory terrain. It can work against your enemies quite well, but it also can be a bit of a relaxing spell if you pick a nice place.
I will be more relaxed once my feet are back down on the ground, thank you. Although
Oh.
it is nice to see you too. And like she like reaches her hand up and like pats his thumbnail.
Sits you down. Sorry, do you want me to end it?
No, I love it.
He sits down. Thud down. Hornsby just does a barrel roll to escape. Gets smushed. And then he's like hiding under the bed as he pokes his head out and says, "Yeah, Kimmy, what were you planning to do here? In the midst of assassin lords?"
There's so much going on now that, like, I have to come up with a plan. See, these assassin lords are trying to use these zombie things that come from these mushrooms, and she, like, goes on and on about, like, basically everything.
You see his eyes getting wider and wider and wider.
Philippa's
And then
just
he-
nodding along like, mm-hmm.
And that's why they're gonna destroy the whole place. Everybody wants to just blow it all up, and we gotta, like, tell people. We gotta save everybody. We can't just, like, let this place just you know, get destroyed.
Hackberry, as he's sitting there, crosses his hands. "We have to summon the college adjuncts. Get them here to defend the city." And Hornsby, still under the bed, his little cat eyes glowing. "I personally think that's a terrible idea. It's a breach of negotiations. If the Federation saw that the college was here, it could be drastic altercations."
Well, that's another thing. It's my dad. Like, I saw him, and he told us to leave, but I know that something's wrong, and I just feel it within me that we gotta do something. And it has to do with this tournament.
Hornsby comes out a little bit more. "Olani's here?"
Well, he's not, like, right here, but he's in the tournament arena.
Wonderful.
Well,
Pokes
he
his head
doesn't
back.
want to see me, so it's kind of not as wonderful as I was all, you know, dreaming and imagining my entire childhood.
Kimmy, you know it is because that he's trying to protect you, not because he does not love you.
Oh, I know. I just, you know.
But Kimmy is right, there is much going on, and I am at a loss as much as she is.
Hackberry gives you another pat on the butt and says, "Don't worry, the college is here. We will help you like we help Kimmy."
You are too kind. Kimmy, maybe it is possible that we can sneak off and you, by rope, lower me into the pits, and I will kill the zombies one by one.
Oh,
They are
that's-
not that strong.
I mean, between you and Hackbear, I could see you guys just punching your way through the crowds of zombies.
That's right. I remember the times in the arena. Oh. He looks at Lilliput for a little bit.
We have sparred a few times, me and Hackberry.
Who
Not
won?
for gold. Not
Who-
for gold.
And who won?
Who did win, DM?
I prefer to think of it as mutual winning. We came through with some scars. I'm still
Yes.
missing a chunk of my thumb.
He has won a few times, and I have won a few times, and Hackberry does not taste as good as you would think. I am very sorry about that still.
He looks at his thumb. It's okay. It's a trophy. A friendship. Hornsby goes, "Ah! Don't we need another part of his thumb? Disgusting." Comes out, dusts himself up. "Kimmy, we have to get you out of here. You don't realize if Helios knows that you're, you know, here, in the Assassin Lord's pits, he's gonna lose it.
I can't leave without my friends. You know,
What?
the rest of us.
Well, I have a spell if you're looking to go, but we need to amscray before things get serious. Hackberry stands up. We can't let them do what they're doing, Hornsby. We have to stop them.
He's right. We can't just let Lockashell just
Lockafell.
Locka fall to pieces.
Hornsby's like, you realize if you let the college into Lockashell, you're drawing a line. The Federation will think of you as enemy number one, unless you state otherwise. That you're friends. And personally, I don't like the Federation, no. But
You don't like the Federation either?
of course not.
Then why do you bend over backwards to make them happy?
We're more of a neutral organization. He starts to crawl under the bed again. Look, I can't convince Helios of his neutrality issues. I would very much love to join the Republic, but Helios is smarter than me in most regards. He knows it more than I do.
That's not true. You're one of the smartest professors I know at the College of Zera.
I mean, I'm smart in terms of, the arcana and chemicals and all that sort of things. But Helios is more of a political figure, if anything. He's more better with people than I am.
A friend has told me that Helios only pretends to have this energy about him that makes him think that he has a bigger dick than everybody else.
Hackberry goes, ho, ho, ho. He doesn't like that joke.
But it is all in his head, and I believe that he cannot stop us if we try.
I'm with Lilliput on this one. We have to save this place, regardless of what Helios is gonna think, regardless of the college and its neutrality. Like, things that are happening here should not be happening anywhere.
Hackberry goes, I think Helios will be convinced if you bring your dad with you. Then we could get them together, and we could get the band back together, right? Hornsby? Hornsby goes, no! Those two are always at each other's throats. You really want to bring those two together? You're crazy.
He once told me they were best friends, right? And I feel like they're still best friends. Surely.
No, that's not her name. Hornsby goes, oh, don't mention that. What is she talking about? Sailor? Right? No, shut up. Oh.
Look, this will be great. The others, they're out there, and if you meet them, then maybe they'll be more convinced to, help out. Now that we have you guys on our side.
Actually, we shouldn't really be walking around. If you bring them into here, we'll talk to them.
Okay. I mean, I'm not the most convincing bard in our party.
Thought you were the only bard in our party.
Well, I mean, there's also Lyric, He's part of our party, right?
He is on the ship, though. Also, hope he is okay.
Yeah, me too, honestly.
Cut to the scene of him being interrogated by Federation. Where are they?
Oh, no.
I'll make you a salad.
It better be Greek. Kimmy, stay
Lilliput.
here.
Hackberry pokes Lilliput. Are you okay with pretending?
I feel like I have been doing a lot of that lately, so yes.
Where you go? Yeah, he pokes you again. You poof into a same sized Kimmy duplicate. Look just like Kimmy.
Hey, look, it's me!
But when you poke through Kimmy, like at your height, you just go right through the image. But if you poke like at the legs, you can see that it's a little bit right there.
This is weird.
You could totally beat me.
What am I doing? What am I pretending to do right now?
You're gonna convince them to come in here.
Okay. I will pretend to do my best.
Yeah, just be a little more peppy.
Yes. What does peppy mean?
You know, like energetic and upbeat, like me. A little more like me.
Okay, I will try this for you for pretend.
Wait, one time before you leave, just because I want to picture this and keep this in my brain forever. Say, I'm Kimmy Seasinger, and I'm here to save the world. Just like that. Come on, Lilliput, I know you can do it.
She's like trying to smile like this, like.
It's a very horrifying sound.
I am Kimmy Seasinger, and I am here to save the world.
I love it! Oh my gosh, it really is me!
Hornsby and claps from under the bed, and Hackberry's like, oh, well done! Oh, shh.
Thunderous applause.
I do not understand how your face works, apparently. How do you smile?
You just gotta feel it from your gut.
No, off you go. And he like
Okay.
grabs his Lilliput and pushes them out the door. Don't tell him we're here. And with that, we cut away. Another scene. Mr. Sebastian, you are walking these long halls, occasionally passing through some bandits, opening up some secret doors and going out the other side, giving you silent nods. And eventually you cross into this kind of circular room that opens up with this green braziers all lit down. And you see a couple of Yuan-Ti purebloods like yourself looking at this kind of shrine that has these like jade snakes all kind of serpenting around this eye, like jaded eye. And you can see them all just kind of solemnly whispering and praying to this shrine. And you look there for a while, and you see the whisper move around the statue and look out at the entrance where you are in your direction. I've had a feeling you would come.
Did what's her face tell you that?
I just know that my brethren cannot resist the pull to their natural origins. Sealock is our mother. She had given birth to our people. She gifted us unity. And he's like walking down the steps as he talks. And you can see a few of them, the Yuan-Ti purebloods, are looking at the statue, all slowly turn their heads towards you. And you hear like a cacophony of voices all echo in your mind that go, unity. We are all together in our retribution to those that persecuted us for all those years. They have taken away our empire, our glory, those many thousands of years ago. But now we are returning to the fold.
So you thought it was wise to shack up with a bunch of thieves and miscreants that are going to try to basically attack the city.
It seems in your privilege of nobility, you have seemed to forgot what it means to live under the scrutiny of the Federation. The Federation is very much against our kind, seeing that we are evil. There's no hope for us. If they knew who you were, they'd kill you on the spot. For being tied to our goddess, to being tied to our origins.
Hey, listen, buddy, I don't know who you've been talking to, but I'm no part of nobility. And I'm fully aware of the Federation and what they would do to us. I've already had to skirt around things more than once, let alone just go around as is. I'm sure you know that about just trying to walk around this city as is.
The Whisper turns around, looks at the eye, the jaded eye, and says, "There would be no need to fear to walk out in the light of day. If it was our people at the helm. In fact, we, at the height of our power, were benevolent rulers. We only cared for the work put in. We didn't care for your skin or your gods. Only that you served us faithfully. But that's besides the point. I'm not here to convince you. I'm just here to offer you a gift. Sealock wishes for you to come back into the fold, to be granted the ability to converse with our people, to converse with her. The power is absolute. It is grandiose. It is magnificent. You can see, like, he twists his hands and a little tear in the space between y'all starts to open up, and you can see like lightning start to spread out. We can unleash beyond the realms powers unmatched, powers that were forgotten when the Towers of Xenos was erected. It can be gifted to you. You can do away with your ornaments, your guns, your swords, and wield something far greater than those.
I'm curious because my nobility has gifted me with being able to travel, and I'm pretty sure that when you say gift, it's not really a gift. There's always a little fine print.
Of course, you would be connected to us. Your thoughts would be laid bare before us. There is the cost of unity. But you would also have access to our minds, the knowledges we possess. That was the benefit of Nessarians, was that we all converged in knowledge. There was no secrets held between us. Only truth. Surely you could see the benefits of that. To know that your brethrens did not keep secrets from you, as your friends do now. Tell me, do you know everything about them?
No, but I mean, they don't know everything about me.
And he walks closer. I could tell you something. Something precious of one of them that I'm sure they would like to keep secret.
And are you going to tell me this willingly, or?
With the gift of Sealock, all of my knowledge will be yours.
I see. Bring it round back again to the whole pitch, back to the top. It's a very good rebuttal.
This kind of gives you a blank stare, snake eyes. Your thoughts are imperceivably something I am not used to with my other brethren and sisters. You are unique. I won't shy you away from your perceived destiny. But I will leave you with the idea that you could become something far greater than yourself. Bring back the glory of the Nessarians of Sealock.
How about we just leave it as let's put a pin in that for right now, because there's certain things I need to take care of before drinking the Kool-Aid or whatever you want me to do. But given that we are brethren, I'm sure that we can, for the time being, maybe do a little trading of information. And then we'll circle back around to that whatever you did with your hand.
Possibly. How about we wait until you decide if you are to serve that misguided assassin lord?
That's cute, because she's very infatuated with do I see the girl that was standing to the right of the assassin lord earlier?
Yeah, she's there with them.
I mean, she's pretty dependable on that one over there for what she should be saying to everybody, even though she's a leader, a lord of all these people.
The woman just gives you a little smirk and says, "We let her believe whatever she wants. Those mortals, they don't deserve the truth that we all share. They can be played along like puppets. And the funny thing of it is, even if you tell them, they won't believe you. All because that you are one of us."
You want me to go out there and start shouting at the top of my lungs like a crazy person? Yes, that sounds completely logical.
And the whispers in your head and says, "No, we do not believe you to do that. You are more than that."
If she goes through with what she's saying she's wanting to do, where do you all land in the mix of things when the cards fall.
Do a persuasion roll.
And I talked to him in Snake.
They're like, oh, since you said it with a little more...
why did you say it that way?
Yeah, go for it. Oh my god. Great rolls tonight.
I know. I don't think I got anything above a 10 tonight.
What was the roll?
6.
Oh.
Let's just say that we have future opportunities that won't involve
Well, if you're going to be that forward, you're not the only one with contingency plans.
You need some rest. You had a long day. Decide with your companions of what you wish to do next. And perhaps we will speak more of my offer.
I didn't catch your name, also, friend.
You may call me Lazarus.
Lazarus. I probably should go meet with them before they're privy to what's going on. Oh, by the way, did you actually find that guy I was looking for?
Which one are you talking about?
Sestra.
She is here. She is one of the assassin lords that lives on the other wing of the pits. One of the contestants to Paraka's control.
Okay. Do you guys have your fingers in that pie also, or just you're staying around home base more?
No. They are hesitant to accept our gifts.
Well, could I buy a favor of you in the meantime?
Go. It seems you are not tempted by our offer. We will offer you no more information.
Okay, well that's what I was just offering.
We are done. And they turn off. Head towards the Jaded Eye. And yeah, and as we end that scene, we're gonna take our first break. Woo!
That whole scene was just. Do you want to be a warlock? Do you want to take a
Stop it, Michael. Like, you could have unlimited power. I'm like, I know I can, Michael, but I already multi-classed once. We're not doing this again.
Just dangling that carrot.
All you had to give up was the safety of your thoughts, just constantly get phone-ins from other snake guys like, hey, do you know how to fix a leak? Like, oh my god.
Middle of combat, you're gonna contact me right now in the middle of everything. You want me to fix your freaking VCR? Get out of here. Get out of here, Timmy.
Hey, the other collective called and said you're really good with
While you're out, can you pick up some apples from the market?
Oh, sorry, wrong mind. Hold on.
Listen. Whoever's calling me for the information, supposed to be already have the information. Just take it from me. I'm a little busy. As far as being your gopher, no, you got access to my mind. You don't get access to me being your freaking errand boy. Go
Is
Hey,
this
where's-
technical support?
No, down the hall. Take a right. Okay.
Get a hey babe, what are you wearing? It's just like what
Wrong,
the fuck?
wrong.
I'm
But
gonna,
also,
I would have like an existential crisis every combat. Something would happen, and Mike would be like, "Roll for mind fuckery."
roll
Are you-
for random
Mind
thoughts.
snake.
Are you getting sexted right now? Let's find out. Roll a D100, get a 69.
Middle of combat, everybody's like, "Okay, what do you do, Sebastian?" I'm just screaming at the top of my lungs. Lay me out!
All right, everybody. We'll start a 15-minute break, and we'll see you when we come back.
And stay
Woo.
tuned for the cool new highlight video that I made.
Oh my God.
Yay!
Wanna watch it?
It's all the clips of all our game nights and our tabletop game, and it's one of many. This is just number one, so
Yay!
Yay!
I'm so proud of you.
the world premiere.
Hot.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to part 2 of session 2.9 of Season Time. We're going to get back into it. We last left off. Kimmy and Lilipa had seen their professors of the College of Zera, Hornsby and Hackberry. They made their appearance known to them inside the room of Kimmy, saying that they have allies with them. And speaking of allies, or would-be allies, Sebastian went to go pursue the young T that he had encountered when they had confronted Paraka, and was confronted with the gift that the young T were to bestow upon him. The gift of their goddess Celux, sort of a mind cohesion with the other young T. But Sebastian turned it down for another time, perhaps. And now we resume back over to Kimmy's room. The outside of it, where a duplicate Kimmy, that is secretly Lilipa, makes her way to gather the rest of the party. And Lilipa, you come back to the table where you see Maris and Miyoko conversing with each other. What did Miyoko and Maris say? They're like talking before Lilipa shows up.
So, like, yours a weird one, right? Like, every single monk we've met has been, like, crazy and trying to kill everyone, except for you. So yours is a weird one.
It seems that we are definitely interpreting Kane's teachings very differently, and Maris is a little slightly drunk at this point. He's definitely in his feelings.
I mean, like, there was the first guy who was like, I'm going to destroy the world and punch you 20 times. And then there's this lady who's trying to wipe out the whole island with zombies. And now apparently your teacher is also crazy and just a warmonger.
The first guy, he hits me so many times. So many times.
Maybe you should join a different monk order, is all I'm saying.
Miyoko, am I unattractive?
Now you are.
And now you see Kimmy walk up next to Maris.
He's just like smiling like this, like
Oh, hi, Kimi.
Hi, Kimmy.
Unfazed.
Kimmy, I appreciate the kind words you've said and always having my back. I am sorry for not being.
I mentioned Maris is just like face palming like this. He doesn't even see the face. They're just like,
Philippa's trying everything not to like hit you again.
Just, you've always been so kind to me and understanding. Thank you. And then like I look up and I'm just like, what a beautiful smile you have. Are you
Hi guys.
Are you okay?
I'm Fine. Would you like to come back to the room? We must talk about things.
I don't think Lillipa wants me in that room. I'm just gonna sit here.
Lillipa would like to talk to you too. In fact, she is no longer angry with you.
And Sebastian
okay?
and Anaru walk up to the scene. Anaru goes, "Did anybody hear that shrieking, terrible noise? I think there's combat happening."
And
It was me.
Oh!
can I roll the sus? Me?
Roll a sus check. Okay, insight.
Something tells me Kimmy's not feeling their greatest.
Actually, Kimmy, you look glowing. You look better than before, actually.
I feel like I got a 10.
That is excellent.
Kimmy seems like they're acting normal.
I just have a lot I would like to discuss. All of you in my room. And Lillipa is there too.
She, is her breath any better than it was before?
Yes. In fact, she has gargled much perfume to make it smell a lot better.
Beep boop.
Anar goes, "I'm gonna ignore this one," and walks off towards the room.
Yes,
You-
go to
you-
the room. Good job, Anaru. Would the rest of you like to follow me? I feel like I'm about to cry, and I would really like your support.
Why did you let her gargle a bunch of perfume? That could be very toxic. Like, she might need a doctor.
She has done it many times. I have taken many bottles of perfume and given them to Lillipa. They are her favorite, especially Estee Lauder number 5.
Is she drinking them at this point? This is
Yes.
And unknowingly, the party is compelled by this new and improved Kimmy towards the room.
Please
Infer-
go. Hurry now. I am dying.
I will kill you. I mean, what? Nothing.
The party all just kind of enters the door with Bug-Eye, just as if they've seen a ghost. And now you walk into a grassy green hilltop with a blue sky and an oak tree in the middle. And you see a giant and a tabaxi just sitting there.
Everyone is the cave Bob meme at the same time.
So we walk through a door and we end up in like some type of like different place, and there's a giant there.
Yep,
Yeah.
giant
I'm-
wearing
I'm
like a
pull-
gardener's outfit and everything.
I'm pulling my gun out.
It was a trap.
Miyoko, I understand. I said, what is going on here?
Kimmy like jumps out from behind the door like, surprise!
I fire the gun off
Giant.
just blindly.
It pierces through the entire integrity of the pits and just cuts it in half. And it's collapsed. Hackberry stands up. "Oh, don't get upset. Close the door behind you."
I think I've had too much to drink, Miyoko. Where did you get this wine from?
That was grape juice.
Oh.
Fermented grape
He
juice.
just sobers up. Oh.
Lillipa's gonna come in and like shut the door and just see like, can I stop now?
Giant. Boop. That thing poofs away.
He just. Thank you.
Spits out a perfume bottle.
I must say, I may be a little drunk, but that was an amazing performance, Lillipa.
Are you sure there was no alcohol in that bottle? He seems very either drunk or stupid.
Oh. I'll
Thank-
just keep it to myself and save everyone's pride.
I mean, at this point, I don't think it's so much the liquor imbibing anything, given what transpired.
I would also like to inform all of you that I only drank the perfume once, and I promised Kimmy I would not do it again, so please do not gift me perfumes when it comes the time.
Yeah, she's severely allergic too.
We found out the hard way.
Oh, but guys, I want you to meet my professors. This is Hackberry, and she points at the giant, and Hornsby.
Giant gives
How-
a soft wave. Uh-oh.
How does he fit in the building?
Magic? Duh.
Hornsby comes up to Hackberry. Watch! And he holds out his hand. And you see Hackberry just shrink in incredible size, and then he's like a little miniature sitting in his hip palm. Tiny Hackberry.
Oh, I love him.
You see the giant, little miniature giant. "Oh, I love this.
Gimme what's going on.
These are our professors. They're from the Bard College. They're here to help us. See, I told you guys I was going to come up with a plan. I mean, we haven't done that part yet, but they're part of it.
So these are like heroes who can call like volcanoes from the earth to kill thousands of zombies at a time, right?
No, they're more like professors, like they teach you things.
Miyoko, you turn, you see the little tabaxi doing a little light show for the tiny giant. Fun.
I'm going to die.
Well, and the tabaxi just kind of ruffles their fur and looks at the rest of the group. I mean, me and Hackberry here are not very combat focused, but Helios and Marbulus and the other professors and the adjuncts, the warriors of the college, they are a fighting bunch. They know a couple of spells that are quite nasty. Me and Hackberry specialize in more obscure magic, for entertainment purposes and fun.
So what you're telling me is you have summoned the least helpful of anybody in the college to come help with this.
They're helpful. She puts her hands on her hips, and in fact, they're the smartest people I know.
What did you 2 or 3 come up with while we were away?
Oh, well, we thought we would wait for you guys to come.
Oh, that's mighty kind of you. I'm just gonna look at Miyoko and be like,
Well, you all are my friends, and I didn't want to leave you out. And so we sent Lilipa because, she's more convincing, and she makes a great Kimmy.
She was very convincing.
Look,
Especially the part where she said she's going to cry. That's what got me.
look, regardless of what has happened, Kimmy has brought you all here because she trusts you, and her trust is not to be taken lightly. We need to do something about this zombie horde. We cannot let them do what they want to do with them.
I agree. As much as my involvement would be very problematic for myself, I cannot let these beings suffer more than they already have.
Oh, I know you did kind of a poor job of convincing your old flame, but maybe you could try convincing her again that this is wrong and she should trust us more.
Would love to. I just have a feeling that she won't listen. I don't know. I don't know what I can do. I don't know how to change her mind.
What if I talk to her. I could be your wingman.
You've proven yourself useful in many conversations, Kimmy. And I'd be honored to have you in the room. I just don't want anything to happen to you.
Kimmy,
Yes.
how have you dealt with any type of illusionary or an enchantment magic when you were studying at the college?
Hornsby rolls over, like does a little cat ball roll, and kind of springs up. I actually specialize in illusions. I taught Kimmy everything I know. Though she isn't that powerful enough to retain some of the high-level magics that I possess, but she's quite smart and yes.
Okay, well, I'm gonna look at Maris and be like, you need to get her out of the pits.
Did something happen?
Oh, not yet, but there's basically this place is just as bad as any other place when it comes to politics. There's certain people that are trying to treat this like a puppet government and do things and make people act a certain way.
Who is the puppet?
Smoochy face there for our boy here.
What is Smoochy face?
Paraka.
She like just kind of like, I do not get it, but okay.
But she's a little pup when one person likes another person.
You see Hackberry, a little tiny version, just pop on the shoulder and start doing like little prestidigitation, little magic. See, little heart symbols. Am I helping?
Is he on my shoulder?
No, he's on Hornsby's.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
They're in love, Lilliput.
I wouldn't even say that.
Oh, come on. I saw the way you were blushing. I mean, I couldn't really tell because you had a mask on, but I could tell. I know.
Kimmy, please. Did you see his face and her butt? It's over.
But did you see her face in
His face and her butt.
his face in her butt? Like, when did that happen? I didn't see him go face first in the butt.
Now Sebastian needs a lesson in word. Wait.
I saw them talking. I didn't see like face to butt action at all.
I definitely saw the chemistry there, for sure.
Dude,
My
his
God.
face was the only thing that took my eyes off her butt for like that whole time.
I think I get it now. Please, no more. I beg you.
I
all.
was like, wow,
No,
wow.
You see Hackberry about to do like a symbol of a butt, and then Hornsby's like, no, don't do it. Stop.
Well, I can go talk to her. I can convince her. I know I could do it.
I had another thought. Do the other assassin lords know about this plan?
Yes and no.
I mean, if they don't, we can just tell them and they'll probably tear her to pieces.
Well,
No.
Come on, Marius, you can't save every single ex-girlfriend.
No, Kodas. No. That's all I'm gonna say on the subject.
I also think it's a little more complicated than just going to have a talk with other assassin lords.
I mean,
do you want us to go over there and try to parlay with each one of them?
I think that was the
Excuse
idea,
me.
yeah.
Excuse me, can we come and have a bit of your time?
Professor Hornsby,
Yes, Kimmy.
you were so great at Arcana. You would be able to tell if she's under any kind of magic, right?
Oh yes, no magic. However, there is quite a lot of illusionary and enchantment magic here. That much I've found in necromancy.
What if you? Oh my god, this is perfect. Okay, so look, Hackberry, you know how you like turned Lillipa into me? You can turn Hornsby into Maris, and then me and Maris can go and speak with her, and you'll be able to figure out like how to get the illusion magic off of her, and then I can convince her that we're the good guys, and then she can be on our side, and that means we'll get all the other assassin leaders on our side, and then we can take down the zombies and the bad people.
Hornsby goes, that could work. I just.
You're the best illusionary, like, bard I know, and you've taught me everything, and I'm sure you'll teach me even more later, and you're the only one I could trust.
All right, Kimmy. Persuasion time.
Oh, the rolls have been shit tonight, Michael.
Oh yeah, kind of convince a scaredy cat. They go confront a assassin lord. It'll be dicey.
27.
Oh
Only
my
a
god.
27? Come on.
DC was 28. I was kidding.
Get fucked. So, yeah, Tabaxi just kind of shrinks up. Oh, Kimmy, you always have a way with words. You're right. I have to help this poor, heartbroken monk here. I'll do it for you, for love.
And then we can rekindle their romance, and they can live on forever in love.
Hackberry goes, hey! Also, we need to deal with the zombies. Hornsby goes, oh, yes, that's right. Oh, if things go sour, though, you all better prepare for a long rest ahead. Because once we do this, it's going to get a little bit of a pickle.
Well, zombies will not be a big problem. We know that destroying the mushrooms that power them is what will make them very susceptible to all damage. So as long as we are able to locate the mushrooms they are using, then it should be no problem.
Hackberry goes, I could go look. I can locate plants, locate the biggest mushroom. Maybe see where they're all connected. Hornsby picks up the little tiny guy. You're genius! Gives him a little tiny hug. Also, get back to being big. Throws him in the air and then hits his head on the ceiling. That's perfect. So, Hackberry will go locate the central fungus mushroom stock that's controlling most of these zombies. And we'll need a strike force of a few of you to go with him. While the rest of us will go convince the assassin lord of her ways.
If I can interject, I would like to at some point talk to one of the other assassin lords, if that is part of this grandiose scheme. I have things
that could be
to
arranged.
discuss. Okay.
So me, Hornsby, and Sebastian. I don't know who Zach is.
Who's that?
Sebastian.
Who is it?
Zach Bastion.
This is action.
Sebastian can go and stay here, and then the rest of you could go and find the mushroom.
Again, I believe I should stay back as well.
Why?
If you want to get into a room with Paraka, we'll have better chances if I'm there.
Well, that's why Hornsby is disguised as you. I need
can
him
say-
to get close to her, and if he can't go as himself, because then how are we going to explain that?
You can always go as one of the others.
I'm gonna sneeze. Shoot.
I think maybe what Maris is trying to say is that it is good to practice honesty and staying behind and revealing his true feelings for Baraka. May be able to help persuade her further after she is persuaded by the illusions that the Hornsbeak can cast.
Oh my gosh, and then when she's broken from her spell, she'll fall into his arms, and then he'll kiss her in everlasting love. Well, and she just goes on and on.
And then you hear somebody from the door go, "There's someone you forgot to ask." And he kicks open the door, and it's Anaru. Anaru goes, I forgot where we were. Also, where's the grass here in Sky?
Anaru.
Just tell everyone in the building, Anaru.
Anaru, how do you feel about, as you would say, messing some people up?
He holds out his hand like, "Hold up, Maris, I'm coming to talk to you." And then he walks 5 feet, and you're right there. Puts his hand in Excuse me.
We really need to get you some glasses, man. How would you like to
Wait, before you talk any further, I feel I need some time. Consider my next action. Next time on Season Time.
Yeah.
All right, thanks so much for watching, everybody. We just had a great time. Just a great chill episode. Well, our friend Anaru, Kevin recovers, and we'll welcome him back next week as we continue our lovely time here at Seas of Time.
Yay!
Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing, everybody. Hope you have a great time. Announcements. Boop, 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 boop.
Toby, you want to go first?
Let's see. What do we talk about first? Well, let's just go in order of how things are happening. Tomorrow, we got a new episode of Cyberpunk premiering. That will be happening live in our Discord. Link will eventually pop up in the chat. This way, that way.
You're saying all the announcements?
Well, I'm in Cyberpunk, so I can announce it.
That's true.
But I wasn't gonna announce other things. I was gonna announce the Cyberpunk and my Toby Tuesday bullshit. Is there anything else I should say?
Go ahead.
Are you sure?
You forgot the $1 million don't. I'm just kidding.
The next random viewer who types a message in our chat will win 1 million Toby tokens. They're worth. I will calculate later. But anyways, tomorrow, new episode of Cyberpunk will premiere. That will be live in our Discord in the TTRPG live stage channel. Just come in, listen. It starts at 6 o'clock Central Time and goes on for a good while. We might end early. We might go till 10. Who knows? I hear it's going to be a chill session, though. People love chill sessions. And then I'm still going strong on the Toby Tuesday front on my channel, Tuberculosis. Thank you for the thumbs up. It really encourages me. Right now, I'm on break from Resident Evil while Cass is doing her US World Tour. And but that will be coming back soon. So this Tuesday, Jojo and I here will play more random games until we get tired and go, "Hey, do you want to go not be live anymore and fuck around?" And it'll go like that. And that will be at Jux. Do you still want to do 10 o'clock?
Yeah, that sounds good.
So that will be not at 1 a.m. Wednesday, but 10 o'clock Tuesday Central Time. Start a little bit early when Cass isn't around. It's the time zones bullshit. But then the week after that, as I don't know if I'll get to say this again, but Cass will be here live with us here in Texas. Yeehaw!
Whoa.
No way.
And we'll be doing Toby Tuesday live, and it'll be sexy. No, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of fumbling now. God, somebody help me.
And
Don't
Joe
forget-
Sober.
don't forget popcorn junkies.
This Sunday, not this Sunday, not that Sunday either. Oh God, there's so many Sundays. The 26th. 26th, we will be showing the Grand Budapest Hotel at 7:00 Central Time. Again, you gotta join the Discord. The Discord knows everything. It has streams, it has schedules, it has us, it has me, it has maybe you if you join.
I like it.
And,
Please join. We love you.
Please join. Be our friend.
Just be cool. Come on.
And the rest of the lineup is on the screen right now of all the films for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Sorry, audio people. We know you're watching it at work, but you get screwed.
Toby
No
wants
kidding.
to announce all the movies for the rest of the year.
We're good. I'm just kidding. So yeah, come tomorrow in our Discord for Cyberpunk and Toby Tuesdays and anything else. Popcorn Junkies on the 26th. And that's about it. Next week.
Jermaine wants to say something.
Yeah, there's one thing we have to do because it's only fair. We gotta sing happy birthday to the boy.
Yay!
The boy gets a happy birthday song.
It's tomorrow. It's too early. You're gonna curse me.
A 2. A 1,
It's
2,
12
3,
where you
4.
are. It's 12 where you are. It's 12 where you are.
I'll let it slide then.
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dad. Happy birthday to you.
Zach, blow your candle.
Zach
Oh
returned
my
to
God.
monkey.
Magic! How did we do that? How did he blow out the candle?
Oh my God!
That's
If
D&D
you
magic.
subscribe now, we'll get enough money to hire a graphics person.
Donate now so we can get Zach a cake, please. Okay.
I'm cakeless, please.
Oh my God. No,
Donate-
no,
donate to the-
Zach, you got that cake.
Oh,
I don't know what that is.
What is that?
Zach got a dumpy.
Okay, and we're cutting the stream. Goodbye.
We gotta go. Okay, end it.
I don't believe we dumping the street.
End it. I'm being telepathically strangled right now by Zach. We gotta go.
No, that's gonna stick now. Every so often, I'm gonna be like, hey, I need to go do something. Me and my dumpy.
Me and my dumpy gotta go find some snakes real quick.
It's
You got a
getting harder to
classy
breathe.
license
We
for that
gotta
one?
go.
You gotta have a permit to drive that truck around here, that dump
Oh
truck.
my.
Okay, Michael, say goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
A honka, you know?